Right now at noon, it's Severe Weather Preparedness Week. Take a look at how a basic disaster supplies kit could help protect you and your family.
And we still have some rain chances for the area, and I'll have more details for you up next.
Plus, progress is made on plans to bring a new theater complex to Joplin.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Jasper County authorities say a person of interest in a fatal stabbing investigation is in custody, but the suspect is still on the loose. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Snowy. They've arrested Paul Phillips Jr. of Seneca, Missouri, a person of interest in the stabbing death of Seth Langford. Authorities in Cherokee County, Kansas yesterday gave chase to a vehicle that went to a home in Jasper County, Missouri. They surrounded the property and eventually broke in with a battering ram. They didn't find anyone in the home, but later found Phillips at a nearby house. Authorities are still searching for Scott Burleson of Wyandotte, Oklahoma, the man they've charged with second-degree murder in that case.
All right, so we had some severe weather yesterday and an actual tornado indicated on the radar. Now it's just funnel cloud, nothing touched the surface, but we're still continuing those rain chances as we move through today. Out in Joplin, you can see the raindrops still on the camera. We just had some showers roll through there, and we're gonna have some more coming a little bit later this afternoon. Now, good visibility right now. Winds are picking up out of the north. Earlier it was less than 5 miles per hour. Now it's up to 12. So it may get a little breezy as we continue on, but our temperature is still sticking in the low 50s. It's going to be like that all day. Temperatures across the board are dropping, getting down to below 50, 48 in Parsons, 45 in Chanute. So it is pretty chilly. And we do have a flood advisory for some of our counties just east of Pittsburgh and Nevada. And I'll have more details for you up next.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. We'll see you soon. Well, it's Severe Weather Preparedness Week. Authorities took the time to highlight the importance of having a basic disaster supplies kit ready in case of severe weather. KOAM's Fernanda Silva has more.
I had kind of always shied away from the idea of being a quote-unquote prepper, and that ended that.
The Webb City resident Rio Michelle Parker is referring to is the Joplin tornado in 2011. While she doesn't consider herself a prepper, she's ready in case of severe weather.
Whenever you have kids or grandchildren like I do, you want to be able to even be the go-to.
Every person in her family has a bug out bag, labeled and organized.
You know, my son has autism, and his situation, you just realize really early on with anyone, whenever you're caring for anyone with special needs, they're probably not going to be able to put together the things that they may need in that situation.
To come up with the items she added to their bags, she followed the Federal Emergency Management Agency recommendations. According to the Dunwich Fire Department, water and non-perishable food, a flashlight, batteries, and a first aid kit are essential. Another recommendation is having a weather radio like this one, especially in case you lose internet connection.
They can tell you when the storm is over. It'll tell you where it's at. Make sure you have enough batteries to where you don't run out of battery.
Whistle to signal for help, medications, and supplies for your pets are also essential items to keep handy.
At least have a day supply, just in case you get trapped somewhere, and just be ready for the worst and hope for the best.
Another thing to keep in mind is have a plan of action.
If they set the sirens off, let's take our shelter.
And support those who might need help.
We need to focus on the members of our family that, you know, aren't going to have that list to go from, that may not know what to do instantaneously.
Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
Cash, including change, would also be important to have in your bug out bag. Ozark Center's Eating Disorder Clinic Reconnect is looking to create awareness about eating disorders and how to overcome the illness. In the U.S., eating disorders affect close to 30 million people. The Ozark Center says girls between the ages of 14 to 24 are 12 times more likely to die from this illness than any other cause of death.
I start to look at starting to talk differently about their body or starting to become anxious around food for any number of reasons are some red flags. We see kids coming home from middle school, high school, and their nutrition classes, and they start to get very anxious about foods because they just got filled with all of this nutrition education, and then it starts to become obsessive.
Reconnect was listed as one of just 2 centers of excellence in Missouri by members of the Missouri Eating Disorders Council. Well, people in Miami, Oklahoma will now have a one-stop shop for majority of their government services. Miami Service Oklahoma is now housed with the Department of Human Services and the Oklahoma Employment Security Commission. The formerly located agency at 114 First Ave Southeast is now located at 2114 Denver Harner Drive. The famous Route 66 is almost 100 years old. It'll hit the century mark in 2026, but the city of Joplin is looking ahead to the celebrations. They held a meeting yesterday with the state's Route 66 Centennial Commission to discuss special events surrounding the festivities, including selfie signs and tour stops. Plans for a new theater complex in Joplin are progressing. The city says applications for a $12 million building permit have been filed to construct the B&B Theater's luxury entertainment center in the 32nd Street Place development. Officials say the center will include 8 screens, heated reclining seats, and a full bar and food menu. It'll be part of a larger complex that will include a Menards home improvement store and a 250-unit apartment complex. Coming up, McDonald County Elementary students get a visit from some exotic animals. And later, we're making a bacon biscuit cups in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Dr. Seuss's book, If I Ran the Zoo, was the inspiration for Dickerson Park Zoo making a trip to White Rock Elementary in McDonald County. KOAM's Anthony Saviello has more.
A cuddly chinchilla, a scaly snake, and a majestic hawk are just a few of the animals that students at White Rock Elementary came face to face with.
Well, this morning I had some students who were very excited because they were hoping that they would bring an elephant with them today.
The purpose of these animals? To inspire curiosity and learning.
Big push that we've made since we started Dr. Seuss Week is to make sure that kids get excited about reading. And so we thought, what better way for them to get excited about If I Ran the Zoo if we brought the zoo to them.
Nancy Weiser is the docent in charge of educating students about these animals. As a former teacher, she understands why these animals grab so much attention.
But I would always invite the zoo to come into my classrooms and quickly noticed how much that connected with children and how I could teach a variety of concepts and skills through that avenue. And it was highly motivating. Kids really love to learn and see animals.
Reactions from students come in a variety of different faces.
I am so entertained by that. And then the curiosity. Even the little guys who will raise their hand and have a story or they forgot, you know that they've been just totally wrapped up the entire time.
Whether it's an animal covered in fur, feathers, or scales, these students just can't take their eyes off what's in front of them. Reporting in McDonald County, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
The animals were brought as part of the school's Read Across America Week. Students will continue reading festivities today in the theme of a birthday party. The Ronald McDonald House Charities of the 4 states has a new executive director. Lori Jones is taking over the position. She's previously served at nonprofits, including the Children's Center of Southwest Missouri.
So I've got a lot of learning to do, and I've got a lot of listening to do. So while I can see some things that I'm looking forward to changing, I'm not in a big hurry to do any of that. So this ship has been sailing in a really good position for many, many years. And so I really want to build some strong relationships with the volunteers in the community and then see where we can go. I do have some grant writing experience, so I'm hopeful that I might be able to look for some opportunities to inject some more financial support.
Ronald McDonald House Charities has been helping families in the 4 states since 1996. Still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
This weekend, we set our clocks ahead and lose an hour. But don't worry, we've got just the thing to keep you on track, and boy, is it tasty.
And we've got some more rain chances as we move through the evening hours. I'll have more details after the break. All right, so we had some severe weather yesterday around 6 p.m., especially out in Coffeyville. They had a tornado that was indicated on the radar. It was a funnel cloud. It didn't touch down, but that is a great way to start our severe weather season. Wasn't too strong, but it is March, so we are expecting those storms to start popping up. Taking a look at our 7th and Range Line camera, see the raindrops are on the camera. It is rainy out there. Now, right now we're in a bit of a pause between the rain showers. We will get some more as we move into a little bit later this afternoon around 1:32 as it starts to make its way through Joplin. But right now the central counties are getting all that rain. We have a flood warning, and that's in effect until 3:15 today. It's for Stockton and Greenfield and parts of Jasper County, just right over here east of Pittsburgh and Nevada. And that's due to all of the heavy rainfall that we saw, and I'll show you exactly how much they were getting out there. And on top of that, over in Coffeyville and south of Independence, that's where we saw that severe storm pass through, and we actually had some hail reports. Almost an inch-size hail. So it was a pretty serious storm that we had go through. Now, the last few hours we've had some showers, but it has made its way off to the east. Clouds increased, so we're having pretty heavy clouds, and if you can see over off to the west, those showers are making their way into our area, giving us some more showers across the central and southern counties, mostly going to affect the southern counties. Now this is where we had the rain amounts yesterday, so like you can see, about 5 inches of rain in some of those counties up in the east of Nevada and Pittsburgh, so that's explains all of the flooding that we have in that area. And then still in south of Independence and Coffeyville, heavy amounts of rain there as well due to that severe system that went through there, and we were out there tracking it. If you want to see those live shots, you can take a look on YouTube or on Facebook. Across the area, it is pretty chilly. We've got colder temperatures actually making their way in, with our highs only being in the lower 50s, and they're dropping already, seeing temperatures now dropping down to the 40s. Now we have some showers moving through. Around 1:30 is when we'll start to see them making their way through Pittsburgh, Lamar, and they'll start to taper off to the east, settling down in Joplin, Miami, and then we'll see just in those southern counties and possible thunderstorms building in those southern counties as well. After that, it clears off and those temperatures do drop down to the mid-30s. So it's not going to be too much more rain this weekend, just less than half an inch in these southern counties, and it just kind of makes up for all the rain that the northern counties got yesterday. On top of that, we actually have a low risk for severe storms, like I said, just in those southern counties, nothing too serious. And as we move into the weekend, we're starting off on our Saturday still a bit chilly like we are seeing today, with our high only getting up to the mid-50s. And then Sunday, the sunny skies come out and temperatures in the mid-60s. We have some more chances of rain. Temperatures warm up to the 70s, and as we get into mid-week next week, some thunderstorm chances, and those go all the way through next weekend.
Well, I am certainly looking forward to the sunshine on this weekend. We've had, a couple of cloudy days here, so.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it too, and those temperatures are warming back up.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Lindsay. Well, stick around. We're making bacon biscuit cups in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Today's Mr. Food recipe is a breakfast that's worth jumping out of bed for. This filling treat is easy to put together in the morning, perfect for a weekend brunch. Howard shows us how to make bacon biscuit cups in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Before we get going today, I want to remind you that this weekend, it's time to change your clocks. That means for all clocks, well, except the ones on your phone and computer, Saturday night, you need to set them 1 hour ahead. Unfortunately, that also means we're going to lose an hour of sleep. So to help you jumpstart your Sunday, we've got a recipe that's easy, filling, and smoking good. We start by beating together some cream cheese, a bit of milk, and an egg. Once that's smooth, we stir in some shredded Swiss cheese and a chopped scallion. Now we flatten some refrigerated biscuits and place them in muffin cups like this. We top each one with a little crumbled bacon and then spoon some of our cream cheese mixture over that before popping them in the oven. When they're done, you'll have a golden crust and a bubbly hot filling. After sprinkling on a little more bacon, it's time to go to town. Let me tell you, one bite of these and no one will remember that we lost an hour of sleep. To get the recipe for our bacon biscuit cups, all you have to do is check out our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a waking up way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at koamnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
Today's Ag Report is brought.
Well, we have showers still this evening, and as we move through the weekend, it's looking like sunny skies are in the forecast. Sunday and Monday, temperatures warm up with some more rain chances rolling through Tuesday evening and thunderstorm chances midweek next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Still a low percentage on those. You know, when we get closer to the time of that rain event, that's when we'll start to kind of nail down a time frame and a severity of those storms.
At least we get some sunshine in the meantime.
Yes,
nothing
we do.
to complain about there. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's been gloom and doom for a little bit, just a little bit.
I like thunderstorms, but I don't like the
you
days
got to be out in the
of
storm
like,
yesterday.
Yes,
so
I did get to do that.
Everyone's
that was fun.
jealous of Lindsay going out in the storm.
Check it out on Facebook or the YouTube. We have live footage from the storm tracker. It was a really awesome experience.
Yes, it was,
to be out there and be able to see that. You know.
Alrighty, well, coming up tonight at 5, daylight savings time begins this Sunday, and some sleep experts are calling for an end to seasonal time changes. We'll have a look at the benefits of ditching daylight savings time. Plus, we'll speak to the brother of a Joplin police officer who was killed in 2022 as he prepares to share his brother's story in a documentary titled Fallen Heroes. And it's International Women's Day. We'll visit with some Pitt State University students to discuss women's history. Join us for those stories and more on KOAM News at 5. Well, that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. We'll see you right back here at 5. Until then, have a great rest of your day.